I'm Jim. I'm 23 years old. I'm originally from outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I am an actor. Now that means a lot of things, but to me, I think to keep it simple, I have been trained to stand up here in front of beautiful people like yourselves and transport you, take you on a journey, tell you a story, so that at the end of 2.5 hours, you and I will have changed. We will have experienced something together, and we'll never be the same. And I think that's pretty incredible, which is why I pursued this field. Now, as mentioned, I did attend Penn State. I graduated last year with my BFA in musical theater, and which I'm so grateful for. It's an incredible, incredible program that we have here. And one of the things that I learned is, with my particular skill set, the place for me to be is New York City. So that's what I did. About a month ago, I picked up with 2 roommates, not a lot of money, and I got an apartment in Queens. And I know you've all heard that all before. It's the most cliche thing in the world, but that's what I did. And the thing about it is I was pursuing a dream. Now, in order to pursue this dream, I can't just decide to be on Broadway. I can't just choose to be in the next Cameron McIntosh musical spectacular. Hey, Cameron. Hey. I know he's watching. He's going to watch it later. It's great. I can't do that. I have to audition. And what I learned is when you move to New York City, auditioning is not like the auditions I've had before. How many of you have ever auditioned for something? Yeah, about half. Cool. And so you know what it's like. And if you don't, it's a little crazy. You're putting yourself out there. You're putting yourself out on the line. But in New York City, auditioning is a lifestyle. Auditioning is a full-time job. And so I found the experience so unique upon moving to New York that I thought I'd walk you through a day in my life of what it's like to audition in New York City. Now, when you're auditioning for a casting team. A casting team is the unsung hero of a lot of theatrical productions. They put the cast together in the units that you see, which changed you after the 2.5 hours. So they're very particular, and they're always looking for certain things depending on the show or whatever it is. So last week, I woke up at 6 a.m., I brushed my teeth, I took a shower, I hopped on a subway in Astoria, I went into Midtown Manhattan, I stood outside for an hour, which was awesome. I stood inside for an hour, which was awesome. And then I waited, and I was finally able to sign up for an appointment time for my first audition of the day. That's just signing up. Yeah. But once your name's on the list, you're in. And so I couldn't wait. I was revving, ready to go. The casting team gives out a breakdown. Now, the breakdown explains what they would like you to do during that day. So this first particular audition asked for 32 bars of a song in the legit musical theater style. So I waited. Finally, my name was called. I was ready. Hi, I'm Jim Hogan, and this is Love Can't Happen from Grand Hotel. No, don't look through me so clearly. I might very nearly lose myself completely. Who could ever have suspected I would ever tremble so? Can't think of any answer other than if love comes. When love comes, you know. And I know. Thanks so much. That's audition number 1. I have 3 more today. Now that may sound like a lot to you. To me, it sounds like Tuesday. So that particular time, the casting team asked for 32 bars. Sometimes they don't have as much time to see each individual actor. Maybe they're looking to see more people, whatever the case may be. So sometimes they knock down the music a little bit. The next audition that I raced over to asked for 16 bars, and this is my favorite part. They asked for a legit musical theater piece, but make it rock. Okay. Hi, I'm Jim Hogan, and this is Tonight from West Side Story. Today, the minutes seem like hours. The hours go so slowly, and still the sky is light. Oh, moon, grow bright, and make this endless day, endless night. Tonight! Thanks so much. So the next audition I went over to was a chorus call. Now what that means is theater's looking to fill out their ensemble for a particular show, whatever the case may be. And everyone in New York City goes to these auditions. I don't know why, there's so many people. So the casting team definitely had to knock down the music on this one. They asked for 8 bars of an 80s pop tune. Hi, I'm Jim Hogan, and this is Take On Me by a-ha. Take on me, yeah. Take me on, I'll be gone in a day or two. Thanks so much. You should see the reactions. Whenever I do that one, it's always a huge range from, whoa, that was crazy, to what is wrong with you? I don't know, I have red hair, and, a double earlobe, whatever. Oh, you know, I just said it, take a look. I know you're all looking at it now. 2 earlobes, I know it's weird, I was born with it. Anyway, so the next, I go on to my last audition of the day. Now this is something that has never happened to me before this point or after. It was the weirdest experience I've ever had in an audition, but I kind of loved it. I showed up and casting asked for 4 bars. So I said to myself, how can you know someone in that amount of time? How can you decide if what they bring to the table is good enough or not? I don't know, but I showed up and everyone there just seemed to be a trend. We were all waiting in line, me and a bunch of other guys, and we were just waiting. And I could hear from inside the room that each guy just seemed to be trying to one-up the other in terms of how high they could sing, which it happens in New York, and that's fine. But what I didn't know is, like, I could tell that no one had time to introduce themselves, say anything, say thank you. So I tried to think, how can I tell these people who I am? How can they remember me in any way? So this is what I did. 2, 3, 4. I'm Jim Hogan, and I can sing high. Thanks so much. I don't know. And that was it. Now, how long did that take me? Probably like 5 minutes to show you 4 auditions, right? That day lasts from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So it's a lot of moving around. It's a lot of walking from audition place to audition place, and a lot of waiting. And that's another part that you deal with. So I get back on the subway, and I go home, I eat my dinner, and I wait. And I wait by my phone, and I wait by my phone, and it never rings. And people ask me all the time, is the rejection something that you get used to? To be honest with you, it is a little bit. But that's not to say that it doesn't get to you a little bit. I'd be lying if I say I didn't dwell on it just a little bit. And I think other people would as well. Turn down the lights, turn down the bed, turn down these voices inside my head. Morning will come what's right. Just give me till then to give up this fight, and I will give up this fight, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't know. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart, babe, and I'll feel the power. But you won't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. If you don't. So why do it? Why put myself in the position where I'm constantly faced with rejection, constantly faced with cycles of unemployment? The short answer is because I have to. The long answer is because I am addicted. Performing is a majority of what I think about every day. It's a cycle. I imagine it's similar to being addicted to anything. Not necessarily a substance, because I don't think that my health is being negatively affected, knock on wood, but it's not to say that I haven't had to make sacrifices. I don't get to see my family as much as I would want. I've had to end relationships. But the reason that I discovered why, and it took me so long to figure this out, is belief. I found that I have to believe in two things. Believe in the art and believe in myself. The art thing is not very hard to get used to. I've always loved the art. Believing in myself is a lifelong battle. But once I discovered that I was good enough for something, I knew that I was never going to stop. I've done so many incredible things in my life, and I'm not satisfied. I just got to believe, and everything will work out. When you're weary, you're feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes,